You can't ban TikTok when there are people who are this funny existing there. How will I find them? Birth Talk is one of my favorite places to waste a little bit of time when I'm waiting on a baby to come out. So I thought before TikTok gets banned for the cardinal sin of connecting to our home Wi-Fi networks.
Does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
That I should go through some of my favorite and most hilarious Birth Talk finds with you. It's baby time.
I'm gonna laugh at baby time.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. What if your nurse came in like, I think that was her friend, but what if your nurse came in like that, full-on rain gear, white raincoat, rubber ducky, I'm in the splash zone and it's time for a baby.
Kids who are born feet first briefly wear their mother as a hat.
Stop. That is accurate, but I will tell you that kids who are born feet first also briefly put their obstetricians into an earlier grave.
Tell me you had heartburn during pregnancy without telling me you had heartburn.
Oh my gosh, look, you could braid that hair. That baby is so cute. I can't handle it. And one of my favorite stupid facts, if you have not watched the OBGYN discusses old wives' tales video, which if you haven't, it's very good, you should watch it. But the more hair equals more heartburn and pregnancy thing actually has a little bit of data to back it up. They actually did a study where they had some people rate, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how luxurious locks of a newborn were. And the moms also rated like how much heartburn they had during the pregnancy. And it did seem like there was a correlation between people who had more heartburn having babies who had more hair. Their theory was that higher levels of estrogen cause more heartburn because of more relaxation of the sphincter that keeps acid in the stomach and not in the esophagus. And higher levels of estrogen also maybe stimulate more hair growth on the fetal head. I don't know. It was a really bad study, but I will continue to quote it for the entirety of my life because I love that study.
All right, interns, I know this is the first day, but we're going to go ahead and try and check a cervix. So go ahead and see if you can check her cervix. Can you tell the dilation? Can you feel it? Can you give me the effacement or the dilation at all? Are you able to reach it? Can you reach it in there? Maybe try again and see if you can tell me how that
Oh my gosh, I can't.
No?
Oh.
Still not.
Oh no, I have nothing to say except that is, I feel personally attacked as a person with a cervix and as a former obstetric intern.
Mother trucker, dude. That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
Rat, bad, dirty old 69 holes tied in a knot. Hooray! Lizard.
Oh my gosh. One, that was reminiscent of my birth story with Pax, which I shared here very early on in my YouTube journey. And two, this video is definitely getting demonetized. Subscribe if you want to make me feel better. For learning purposes, transitional labor is the process of transitioning from like latent or early labor to the active phase of labor, generally like 6-7 centimeters and fully effaced, where you're having real regular contractions every 2 or 3 minutes up until the point of pushing, which is the second stage of labor. Is he gonna pass out? Oh no. So sad. Oh my gosh. They have it on video. I have had my fair share of experiences with birth partners not making it all the way to the end. I've had a dad pass out in the operating room. I had a dad like projectile vomit right as the baby was being delivered. I have had a dad pass out and hit his head so hard on the floor that I had to have EMTs come up and get him away to the emergency room. It is something that happens. So please don't be embarrassed if you are a birth partner or a support person who is starting to feel queasy or like you might be a little lightheaded. Just sit down. I know it's a lot. It is a lot. It is a lot. It's okay to sit down.
He's a 10, but he leaves mid-delivery. He's a 2. He's a 2, but he kisses her on the forehead after she delivers. A 10. He's a 10, but he tells her she doesn't need an epidural.
That's a negative.
He's an 8, but he tells the doctor to put an extra stitch.
He's a 0.
Some of you have probably seen my own TikTok where I talk about that husband stitch thing. And for the record, I've never seen anybody actually doing that in real life, but I have had people reference it, mainly the partners of the person having a baby. And I never know what to say. I kind of just am like, ugh, no. But if I was going to respond totally honestly like I want to, and someone said, hey, doc, you want to put an extra stitch in it for me? I would ask them, how small do you need it, sir? Because, come on. Don't say things like that at your partner's birth. Gross. So if you're having pain after birth, it's most likely not because someone just made a sinister decision to put an extra stitch in and close things too tightly. That is not something that has never happened, but it certainly is not the norm. If you're having pain with intercourse or movement or anything in the weeks or months after your delivery, or even in the full year or 2 years or however long you're breastfeeding, definitely bring that up with us. Pelvic floor physical therapy can help. We can get you on some topical vaginal estrogen. Shout out Odella Health. If you don't have access to vaginal estrogen, you can check them out below because that can be super helpful. So don't suffer in silence. Please tell us what's going on. Anyway, I hope that you learned something today. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you don't want to miss any future uploads. Turn on notifications. Turns out only like 20% of you have notifications on. How will you know when I'm here? I'll see you next Monday.